Hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back. Today we are showing you what we going on to a new project. So if you want to go and grab some stash, you need a cardboard box and you need a pencil and a glue gun. That's all you need for today. So just to recap, this is what we did yesterday and the day before on Thursday last week. This is a suitcase. I showed you how to do the stripes yesterday, making sure that the stripes go nice and straight. We added some feet to our suitcase. I've in the meantime gone and sealed it. I did some stencil work at the top, you can see, and I did the silk paper from the velvet attic on top, which we feathered. So this is the complete look. I just want to show you the handle and the locks and the corners. I want to show you what we did there. So just look at that color. It's like a bronzy color. It used to be silver and black at the corners. So what I used was this metallic luster. I got this from the velvet attic. It looks like a gilding wax, but it's actually not. So it's got a waxy feel to it. But the nice thing about this is you can take a bit and you can actually put a brush in it and wet it a bit, and it actually goes a long way, and you can clean your brushes with this as well. It's called metallic luster. So it feels like wax, but it's actually acrylic product because it goes on and it washes with normal water. That's what I used on the suitcase handle as well as on the locks, and you can see it's dry, and on the corners. Hi Leon, hi Sarita. So it's called metallic luster. You get it in different colors. This is the espresso. It's got a bronzy color. I've also got a gold and a copper, and you do get it in a silver as well. So it's quite nice. It feels like wax, but you can wash your brushes with water, and you can even thin it and paint it on. So just wanted to show you that. I did some detail on the feet. Just, oops, excuse me, with that wax here and there. So yeah, it actually gives it a nice shimmer. I've sealed it with Petite Rouge Le Lacquer. So that's what I sealed it. Okay, thank you. Take away the suitcase. Right. So, where's my box?
Yeah, aren't you?
So what we are doing today is I've got these the boxes. It's a cardboard box. I've taken off the lid because it had one of those flip lids. So I want to create storage boxes in my bathroom. Remember, this week's challenge is bathroom. And what I've done is I've used one of these. This is one of our new stencils. You see the twirly whirlies. Where am I? Twirly whirlies on this side. I've actually used some of that. And I've actually drawn them with a pen. And then I got lazy and I actually did Mom's one with a stencil and a stencil brush and paint because I was too lazy to draw them with the hand.
And you started
doing okay. Where's your stencil? Just give me your stencil. So Mom's one I stenciled on. All you need is the pattern. So we've done, just one sec. We've done the pattern in front. So you don't need to do it with paint. You can always do it with a pen. I just see that I stencil much quicker than what I actually draw with the pen. So I've gone ahead and I've drawn out all the little designs. So I put my stencil on top. I take a normal pen and I go in with the pen onto the stencil and I actually draw my lines. So that's the easy part. The difficult part is now actually gluing all the detail. It takes a while, but you want to get... Hello Anita. You see I've got my glue on. So it needs to be raised out so that you can actually feel it. So Mom's gluing her box. I'm just going to finish my last part, and then I'm going to show you, we're going to do a faux pewter technique on this. So I want to show you how to do that with simple basic stuff that you've got in your house already. So I just want to finish this last couple of dots here, and then we will go over to the pewter part. So when you are gluing, make sure that your gun is in the air. That way you get a longer string of glue and it's easier to move it. So yeah, just moving it in here. If you haven't caught up to our other tutorials, they're all still on the page, so you're welcome to access them at any time. I am going to draw up a list of each tutorial so that you know what is covered in each tutorial. So if there's something specific you're looking for and you can't remember in which one it was, then you can follow along. So I've just done these portions there, so it's still hot and still wet. So let's see how this goes. I'm done completely with this gluing. I'll actually go and I'll remove all the little spider webs hanging around. So we're doing a faux pewter technique on our cardboard boxes. We're making storage boxes for our bathrooms. Remember, this week's challenge is bathroom. So if you've updated anything in your bathroom, take a picture, put it on the page and share with someone else so that other people can be creative as well and get some creative upliftment while on lockdown. So I'm just gluing out my pattern that I've done with this new stencil of ours. Hi Rosie, hi Maureen. Hello Susan. So I'm gluing my pattern my stencil. On Mom's side, I actually put the pattern on with the paint and a stencil brush because it's actually quicker. You're coming right, Ma? You're so quiet.
I'm concentrating on this business.
What you would need to do this is you need an old cardboard box. You would need to draw on a pattern with a stencil. Or if you're good freehand, then draw your pattern.
Make a simple one. Just chuff.
Just make a simple one because it is quite time. So yeah, this is the difficult part of the job. It's actually just getting your image glued on so that you've got a raised effect on your box. So they need to stand out. See? It's a plezier, Susan. She says, thanks for the tutorial.
Is that Susan Ruiz?
Yeah, Foster. Okay, so I'm gluing on my images that I've drawn with my stencil, just so that I've got a bit of a raised effect. Okay, we're back on. If you are losing us from time to time, it's our signal. We've got bad weather, so I do apologize up front. What I've done is I've used this fine pattern. It's one of our new stencils. And I've drawn it on with a normal pen onto my cardboard box. I'm now going around with my glue gun, gluing all the detail on. Mom's one, we've done the stencil with paint, and she's just gluing the same one on as well. And here towards the end, I am making scrolls. If you are hand drawing, then draw a couple of scrolls and leaves and flowers, and then you use a normal glue gun and you glue out your pattern. I'm almost done with mine. This is the thing that takes time, is doing the glue bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to get some sort of embossed effect with your glue. So it looks like that. So let's just get that up here. And just a couple of more leaves here. Alright, so this should be sufficient. So it's a normal cardboard box. I've drawn my pattern with my stencil and my pen, and then I've just glued on the lines. Somewhere I created some. Yeah, Annette, our signal drops and come. We've got bad weather, so I'm hoping that it's not going to interrupt you guys. So now you've got a whole lot of spider webs in the actual glue. So you need to take a brush. Where's that hardware brush? Using a normal brush like this. And I'm going around on my glue, there where it's dry, and I'm just removing all the little spider webs from the glue. So you just want to make sure that you've removed the spider webs. Okay. Hi Suzette, you lost us for a moment. I'm just going to show you Mom's box now.
Suzette en voor na ons toe.
So what we've done on Mom's box is I've used this stencil. I've just stenciled the pattern on the box, and now Mom's going around with the glue gun gluing the pattern so that we get that erased effect. I've taken this stencil, I've used this twirly whirlies yarn, I've drawn it on with a pen, and I've gone around with the glue gun gluing it. It's a normal cardboard box. It still has its label on. Normal cardboard box. Glued the pattern on. I'm removing the spider webs of the glue gun. It is a bit time consuming, but once you're done with it, it actually looks very nice. We are doing a faux pewter look on our boxes. We want to create storage boxes for this week's challenge. The challenge is for bathrooms. Post any pictures of where you've uplifted your bathroom or done something in your bathroom. Post your pictures on our page so that we can share creativity amongst everyone. If you missed our previous videos, they're all still on the page. You're welcome to go and have a look at them. So I've got most of the fine spider webs are off. So now I can actually start with my project. So what else do you need to do this? You need good old-fashioned foil paper. Hewlett's foil will do just fine. I'm on the roll. And let's just try and take it off without ripping it to pieces. Alright, so this is what I've got. I need to make sure area big enough for my foil. I can trim it a bit. Just give it about 1 centimeter around the edges. Scissor in. So I turn my box around. I just want to make sure that I'm measuring correctly. And I trim it with about 1 centimeter width around my box. Just normal foil that you have in your house. So you need a glue gun, you need a stencil, you need foil, And then you either need sealant or Mod Podge or wood glue. That would also work just fine. We are doing computer look.
Where did you put the glue sticks?
The glue sticks. Mine still has a full one in more. Alright, you remove the pieces that you're not using, and then you need, I'm going to be using Darla's Podge today. You can be using your sealant, you can be using wood glue, any type of glue. And what I want to do is take my area where I've put my glue gun on and give it a good solid coat of decoupage. So nothing fancy, just work it into area. And remember to go over a centimeter on this side so it can fold over. So you just want to make sure that it goes into all the areas of your design. And you make sure that you take it over a centimeter on the edges. That's so that you can fold it over. And then make it on this side. So what I've done is I've covered my box with the glue gun on my pattern, and now I've gone in with some decoupage. You can use your sealant as well, and I've created a gluey stick. Now there's two ways you can do it. You can either straighten your foil, it's nice and smooth, or you can crumple it up. And this is going to contribute to the old effect, the antique effect. So once you've done that, you just open it up again. Be careful not to tear it. Is it right, like I just did? So I open up my foil. Just normal heavy duty foil. Michelle, yeah, we're having problems with our internet connection because we're having heavy weather. So we come, I've glued it down, glue down my podge onto my item, maybe a little bit more here. So now I'm going to start working on one side, putting my foil on. So I start putting my foil over my 1 centimeter, and now you start working it in with your fingers. Remember, your glue gun would actually raise your images, so you need to make sure that you get your images standing out. And you can do this by using a earbud or by using a brush, a soft brush. I just use this tool that I've used for my clay work as well. So make sure that I get the foil into the crevices and making sure that my upright pieces stay upright. Remember, I put the decoupage glue at the bottom between the layers so that my foil can stick to my box. So I just work it in. I'll come and show you closer now. I just work it. You can use an earbud as well. So you'll see there at the top, my image is starting to come up. If you feel like, yeah, you can always just add more podge to your box. Stick it down again, make sure it's secure, and then start working in your image. So you can either flatten your foil nice and smooth, or you can scrumple it up like I've just done, creating a bit of a 3D effect. We are creating storage boxes for our bathrooms, for our bathroom challenge this week. I'm just using a little rubber stick I've been using with the clay, and I'm working it into all the little crevices that you've got your glue gun image standing out. And don't be scared, it's not going to be this shiny once we're done. You can, I'm sure you can leave it shiny. Ma, are you okay? You're so quiet today.
Yes, I will leave mine shiny.
Will you leave yours shiny? Okay, so then this is now really easy, just to work it into your crevices. Take it as close as not to tear your head. So yeah, you can actually see some of the detail is starting to happen. So what we've done is we've just taken normal cardboard boxes, we've used stencils on top, and we've drawn the pattern off, and went ahead and we did the glue gun like Mom has just completed now. So you'll see there's actually glue gun on the pattern.
So what are we doing?
You first need to
Okay, but it needs to sit. Just leave it a few minutes.
and you need to take off all your spider webs.
Yes, but it's still hot.
But yeah, you can start on this side.
Yes.
I'm just working in my,
Will you see the spider webs when you've got your foil on?
not if, no, you won't necessarily. The thin ones, I don't like them, that's why I take them off. Okay, so I try and I get out all my detail on my project. So what you should see is your pattern now coming out.
Let me see if I can see it.
You can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so you just need to work in between your little crevices and smooth it out,
Okay.
so that you only see your pattern. But you need to maybe just get a stick that you want to do it with, Mom.
So you've got a nice tool and I must get a stick.
There is more of these.
This.
Okay. There should be more of these little rubber things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've also got a nice rubber tool.
Have you got a nice stick? Alright, so you need a little.
You
can
need a stick like this
you can
with rubber
you
goodies.
can use a earbud as well. Hi Judy. Yeah, we've been having difficulties with our connection because of the weather, so apologies.
Yeah, we're battling with connection, yeah.
So all I'm doing is I'm working it into
That's-
my pattern. There you can start seeing my pattern happening
So
here.
I need to stay according to the size. And I cut in my back.
Yes, just give it about a centimeter. You cut it a centimeter around your area so that it can fold around. And then you just work your pattern into your foil. This is going to create a faux pewter look. We're making storage boxes in cardboard boxes. We've done Yes, you can use the same method, Michelle, on frames. So we've just drawn the pattern of our stencil onto our box, and we went over with our glue gun.
And are we going to glue it on?
Yes, that's why you've got the decoupage. So you need to.
So you're going to uplift it again?
What do you mean uplift?
The foil.
No, you're going to glue it now, and then you're going to put your foil over.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly what I did. So I just work into my crevices with my tool. You can use an ear stick as well. Yeah, but ear stick.
You're in the sticks today.
I'm in the sticks today. What have you guys been doing? Tell us. Hi, Ronald from Gansbaai. Welcome. Yeah, our signal is a bit bad, Ronald, so we've got some bad weather, so we might jump off and come back. And so yeah, what have you guys been doing? Have you participated in the challenges? I know we put some pictures on of people that actually completed their projects. So share with us your projects. This week's challenge is the bathroom challenge. So pick something in your bathroom you want to remake or redo and post your pictures online.
Do you paint the whole thing now?
Yes, I painted my whole thing and I put my little goetertjies down. And now I'm working with my stick again.
So like...
Yes, but give it a nice thick coat. We're just using decoupage glue. You can use wood glue. You can use your sealants that you've got if it's got a bit of a sticky base to it. So you just want something to hold the foil into place. There you can see the pattern happening. Yeah, just remember to take it over a centimeter on all your sides, eh? And you want to show your image up, but you don't want to tear your foil. So you need to be careful and patient when you're doing this, so that you don't tear your foil. We're just using normal heavy duty foil. So I'm sure everyone has foil in their kitchen. Make sure that your glue layer that you put down is quite a nice thick layer. And then just work your pattern into your foil into your... We're still there? Everybody still there? So how's Gansbaai looking today? How's the weather in Gansbaai? Actually, I'm going to take this around now. And let's show you. See the pattern happening there? It's picking up my glue gun detail that I did. Yeah, you can still have a look. If you feel that your glue is a bit dry, you can always add some in towards the end. Is it working, Mom?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not a very complicated process. I think the most difficult part was putting the glue gun down, because especially if you've got a lot of twirly whirlies, you are going to be gluing quite a while. I'll be back. Okay, hello. We were gone again. Bad weather. Sorry. Be back again. So I'm just working it in with my... Got a little rubber stick that I used for the clay that we did the other day. This is what I've got so far. So I work in my foil, and I've seen videos of people actually covering their furniture pieces with foil as well. So I I know if you start Googling and YouTubing, you will find some people that have done awesome stuff with foil. What we've done is we put a pattern on. Keep trying Wi-Fi. See? So what I've done is I've just used a simple stencil. I've drawn it on with a pen, and then I've glued it out with a glue gun so that you get raised effect. I've taken normal tin foil and I've glued a portion of decoupage on, and now I'm working the foil into the pattern so that you get that raised effect. This is going to give us a faux pewter look. This is fun if you don't have any pewter and you do have foil. So just work your pattern in. You can use your fingers or just work your pattern into your foil into your pattern. Are you coming right, Mom?
Yes.
Let's show the people. Let's just take it closer. Okay, we're back. I see we've got some people from Robertson as well. Sorry for the connection. We've got very bad weather at the moment, so it seems like our connection is coming and going. All we are doing is we stencil on it, raised it with some glue gun, take a normal foil, aluminium foil, and put it on with some decoupage, and now we're working it into the area we did with the glue gun, just so that we can create a bit of a faux pewter look. So we're just using normal like a rubber tool that for clay, and I'm just working it into all the little crevices. You can also do it with an earbud or with a
Ear stick.
ear stick, an earbud, or even if you just want to work it in with your finger. But you do want to create that bond with it that it crack or break. You're winning, Mom.
I think my finger works better.
Okay. So it seems that the finger works better. So you can do it with your finger as well. I'm just with this little rubber, this area where it's standing up where I did the glue gun effect. We are making storage boxes for our bathroom because this week is the bathroom challenge. So you need to pick something out of your bathroom and revamp and redo it and just post a picture on the page. That way everybody gets inspired and keeps inspired.
Did you seal your bunny?
I did not seal my bunny. It just went straight into the bathroom. What do you say? Does it work? See how it's picking up all the little glue gun portions.
Mr. Cameraman?
So we've done the box with glue gun and it's pattern stencil. I've then used some decoupage which I've put over the box and some aluminium foil, now working into all the glue gun areas. So this would take you a little while. I think the longest is the putting the glue gun on because you need to be following your lines quite nicely. I don't know if I'm going to run out of foil here. I'm always skew when it comes to these things. I'm just working my foil around the areas that I've done my glue gun on. What have you guys been doing? Tell us what you've been busy with, so that we at least know that you're doing something. You can't just sit around and watch tutorials all day. There is another awesome tutorial coming up at 3 o'clock on the painting group. Anneke von Bello will be doing a technique. So that's also a nice one to look at. She's done awesome stuff with decoupage. So you might want to have a look at that too.
Can I sit and do this?
You may. Let's just show them how far you are. So this is what Mom's done so far. See those twirlies? So what's happening now is the glue gun is creating an embossing effect so that you can pick it up through your foil. And the foil is thin enough to actually pick up the glue gun. If you do have pewter or metal embossing, it should pick up this glue gun as well. So if you want to do it with the real stuff, you are welcome. So we've just put the stencil work on with the glue gun so that it's got a nice raised effect. So I've done quite a bit of it, but I want to show you what happens afterwards so that you at least can. Stencil brush. I have a stencil brush. Are we back?
Data.
Alright, we're back on data. Hopefully it goes better now. I've got my Petite Rouge Chocolate Noir. And this area where I'm now happy that it's been coming out nicely, I'm going to be taking an old cloth and I'm using the dark chocolate noir. It's a brown black color because you want to create that effect of pewter. So that's why I'm doing this. So I'm taking my stencil brush over the area and I'm actually doing this black type effect, you see? And then
you're wiping it off.
And then I take my cloth and I wipe it off. And you decide how much or how little you actually want to take off. I'm going to show you now. Just work in soft portions. So if you don't do this while the paint is wet, you probably won't get it off. So it might be a clever idea to take it off while it's still wet. So you see, you get that 3D pewter look. If you feel it is too light, you can always go over it again and then just do the wiping. So even if you want to use this technique on frames or on doors, it works just fine for those as well. And then once it's dry, you would just seal it like you would do any other normal project with your sealer. And you can polish it if you feel you want to maybe highlight some of the details. Okay, so that's the basic idea behind the faux future work. So just for those that only came on board now, we've used a stencil which we've drawn out the picture and we've put glue gun on that pattern. I've then glued it down with some decoupage, and I've added a piece of aluminium foil. I make sure that it's about a centimeter seams on the side. I put it down and I start working in my pattern with a little rubber stick. You could also use an earbud or your finger. If you've got long nails, you're probably not going to be able to use your finger. You will make holes in it. And you want to try and work the actual foil in without tearing it, so that you can get nice lines around your glue gun area. How far are you, Mom?
I'm getting there.
Can I show the people? Can I show the people your pattern? So this is Mom's pattern so far. She's actually done a very nice job there. So you want, because the foil is flexible, it actually gives you the chance to work it into these crevices and holes. The only thing I've done differently is I've just scrunched up my foil before I started using it. So that gives me that little liney effect at the top. I can still go over these and still buff them out. There we go. And now you can actually see how nice it buffs out. So we're making storage boxes for our bathrooms using a faux pewter look, only using foil and a cardboard box. And the cardboard box is strong enough to take things like toilet rolls and maybe tissues and soaps and stuff. There you go. I think the worst is doing the glue gun portion because that's time consuming, getting it onto the lines. I'm working into my foil with a little rubber stick. What do you call it?
Rubber tool.
Rubber tool. Stick. Oh my God. And all you want to do is make sure that you've got your lines standing out from your glue that you've done. And then I'm painting with Petite Rouge Chocolate Noir. It's a black brown color. And I'm using a stencil brush. And I'm just going around my detail with my stencil brush. And you decide how dark or how light you want your pewter to be. You can see the difference between the top section and the middle section now. And once I've done that, I take my normal rag, dry rag, and I start wiping it down so that all the dark areas are down in the crevices and all the light areas are the ones standing out from the glue gun. This cloth has had better days. And just lightly, you don't want to tear your foil. I'll still buff it up now, but that's the effect that you get. This side it's still a bit dark. And you'll see the top section I've actually polished already, so it's got more sparkle to it than the middle section. I18. So I'm using a rubber tool to work into my foil. I've used just normal heavy duty kitchen foil. I've drawn the stencil on with a pen, and then I went around with the glue gun so that it can stand up nicely. I've then applied the decoupage over the area, and I've taken my foil and I've glued it down. I'm now working into these areas with this rubber tool. You can use an earbud, you can use your finger, and I'm just making sure that I've got the glue gun area standing out and the pieces that are not glue gun is flat towards
What
the
does
box.
that look like? Is that good enough?
You can see this side I haven't done anything yet. Let's see. I actually like that. This is Mom's box. So we will show you this again tomorrow at 2, hopefully weather permits. But thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Apologies for the weather, we can't help for it. This is what we've done so far on our pewter box. We will show you again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye.